Good greetings, everyone. Rusty Dog here. Welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today we are in Papua New Guinea. It is early morning here. It's not real time because otherwise it would be night time, but it is real weather. And we have the Kodiak 100, which we're going to be using to take some medical supplies to an airstrip, which is pretty much carved out of the side of a mountain. So it's going to be a little bit tricky. Hello Thomas Hughes and Simon, welcome to the stream, guys. Nice to see you. So the reason we're here at this airport, and the reason we're going to where we're going, which is around a 15-minute flight, it's not a long one at all, is I watched a guy do this in this plane in real life. And it was a tricky landing. Now the video I'm talking about is linked in the video description, so if you want to see it done in reality, you can go and do that after the stream. So I'm going to have a go now. Obviously, I'm setting myself up for a fail here, because if I did this on a video and uploaded it, you'd get to see the successful flight. As I'm live streaming it, anything could happen. So it just could be a live stream blooper reel, basically. Now, forgive me sniffing and everything, but my allergies are kicking in again. Yeah, so we're going to give this a go. I've got the flight plan in for what there is of it. Basically a straight line with a little bit of a kink that I've added as a user waypoint. And we're going to see if we can land this thing. Now I have the Tundra tyres on this. I think that's going to give me a bit of extra grip when we land. And I've got the cargo pod because the guy in the real video also had a cargo pod. So I just happen to have an Aviation Sans Frontières livery, and inside the plane we have cargo. I took the co-pilot away, and as you'll see, the cargo is also labelled Sans Frontières, with Aviation Without Frontiers. So let's put this down as a medical run. Yeah, Simon Johnston. Hey Simon, don't count this one, Luke, please. It's fine. You don't need to count me. Honestly, I appreciate it, but no, I'll manage. This is a 15-minute flight, and at worst, I'm gonna maybe do a return run. We will see. So it's not going to run for that long. Okay, so do we really only have it's 2 watching? Really? I have to ask myself, what's the point? Why should I bother? Anyway, I'm bothering. Let's go. Let's do this. Chin up. Let's do this. That plane wasn't here earlier, and it's landed here, and now it's in my way. I need to taxi around that, so we'll see. Oh, 4, yeah, 4. Wow, double what I thought. All right, let's see if we can get this thing going. Hey, Razor Firefly, how you doing, sir? Yeah, okay. So this is, like I say, it's a very short run. We are in Papua New Guinea. The scenery is quite nice. We have to fly over a bit of a mountain. We're going to be going, let me see if I can show you this from outside. We're going to be going somewhere over there. And I think we have to just fly over one of these hills, and then, is this a hill or a mountain or what? I don't know. But we have to fly over there, and the runway, if you can call it that, it's basically a load of mud and grass, is just over there. The approach is similar to the Lukla airstrip, I suppose, in that it's on the edge of a cliff. Who the hell lives up there? I mean, well, I don't know. Anyway, let's get in, and I'm going to just sort out my allergy a second. Okay, right, let's power this thing up. So weights and balance checks is done. We've got the cargo on board. We have 50% fuel tanks, and we are at least 1 ton under our maximum takeoff weight. So we are good to go on that front. Okay, I'm going to need to get this off because we've got many switches in the way. Jeff Hartley, hey, good evening, sir. To the Dutch, that's definitely a mountain. Well, yeah, it would be. Netherlands is pretty flat, right? Itching to try out the new Mark 9 Spitfire update. Yes, I got the email notification for that today. I didn't read all of the changelog, but I know it was quite a few things. So I am using the FS Realistic version 2 Pro. I used to have FS Realistic Core, but what they did was they said if you give us £6.70, you can upgrade to the Pro. So I did. And I've just realised it's spelt wrong in the title of the stream, but Reaslistic. I'll fix that. Yeah. So this should provide us some extra camera movements, vibration, sound effects, and whatnot, and turbulence as well. Okay, I'll try and keep my wings level. Yes, I will. Okay, so we got master on, avionics on, fuel switches need to go on. Let's do that. Otherwise, without these two big switches up there, we ain't going nowhere. Pump this down to there. Right, now we have to check that we have at least 24 volts of battery. We can do that here by going to engine and I think system. Yes, as you can see, the main bus and the ESS bus is 25 volts, so we're good there. Alright, beacon light on to signify that we're going to be starting the engine up. Auxiliary, I don't know what, it's got a sound effect of like a door opening. But there's nobody around to do that. Alright, auxiliary fuel pump. Now it says to put it on. Yeah, I think that is actually correct. Ignition on. And starter on. And we're going to go for low, I think. So we should have a feathering propeller. We do. So now we're going to be checking these numbers. The NG accelerating through from 14% upwards. Because last time I did this, the ITT went way up and it was in the red and it would not, the plane would barely move. I could barely move it, so I don't know what I did wrong there. That seems to be good. Okay, let's inject the fuel into the aircraft then. We're going to go on to low idle. And that should spin the propeller correctly. Now we're going to be monitoring the ITT. Maximum is 1090 if I can. Okay, finally it wants to move in. So we're looking at this. We don't want to go too far on this one. Everything seems to be in the green except for this, but that's okay I think for the moment. Yeah, seems fine for now considering we're only on low. Okay, and NG needs to be at 52% minimum. We are 54.9, so we're good. Okay, I think the propeller needs to go to max, because that propeller should be on right now. So let's do that. There we go. Please stay up there. Okay. So starter off then. Ignition off, no longer needed. Auxiliary fuel pump onto standby. Generator and alternator on, so we get the batteries charged up. Now, put the nav lights on. We'll get the strobe on for now. Normally I think you put that on once you've finished taxiing, but I'll put them all on now. I always forget to turn them on and off, so what the hell. I'll do it now. And that's it. Now we're going to taxi. Alright, so I think I know where the runway is. In fact, it's the exact same runway as in the video in the video description that the real guy used. Very narrow, it's got a dotted line right through the middle of it like a road, and it is runway 35. I'm pretty sure I just took the brake off. Yeah. I'm going to try and avoid that plane there. And we're going to taxi. It's very sensitive, this plane, to to the inputs. This is the runway, by the way, what we're on right now. This is not the taxiway. This is the runway. Hey, yeah. I think, apart from me giving this a practice run already, this is my first time at this part of the world, Papua New Guinea. Weird that in the East Indies everyone is white. Yeah, well, I could give myself a non-white, non-Caucasian co-pilot, but this is a solo flight. What I love about this is just some kind of small airfield, but yet in Microsoft Flight Sim they've got the runway set up just as it is. Ooh, shoot, what the hell. Jeez, I think that's because I went off the runway. They've got the white line in the middle of the runway just like it is in real life. Wow, what the hell happened there? That was weird. Okay, so we're going to be rotating at around 60-65 knots, climbing once we get to about 85 knots, and then, yeah, we'll make the turn. So the run we're going to be doing is across here. I'm going to see if I can range this out for you guys so you can see. That's where we're going. And there's a user point there, which I've just put there as a custom waypoint in order to line myself up better with the runway, because it's not until you get fairly close to it that you can actually visually see that runway. So yeah, it can be a little bit tricky. So as I'm getting closer and closer to the runway, it's not a runway, it's a grass airstrip. But as I'm getting closer to it, I will be ranging in, which I have to remember is down on the mouse. Okay, so we'll leave it around there, whatever that zoom level is. Okay, so before we go, high idle. We want to be cruising with the RPMs at around 2000 to 2200. Which is weird because what does it say my prop RPM? Surely that's not it. Anyway, right, let's go anyway. Yeah, it is because we're not at throttle yet. Okay. Wish me the best of luck, guys, because I am gonna need it for this one. Like I said, this is very sensitive to joystick movement. Just the very tiniest of inputs is really... Ooh, we better get some flappage on. There you go, flaps 10. Forgot about that. Okay, we can rotate now. So we're just going to let the plane ascend upon its own. I'm barely putting any input in here. Just going to add a bit more throttle just to gain a bit of speed. I'm going to try and start the turn already, but we don't get too far out. And I want to go up to around 8,000 feet, I think, in order to clear that, let's call it a mountain for the sake of anything else. So we're just going to be turning onto the flight path. I'm actually going to be turning quite a bit more than the flight path in order to get back lined up with it. I'm just going to level out a little bit just to gain a bit of speed. There we go. Okay, now we can start the climb. No rush for the climb, so as long as we keep it, see, I've got it climbing at a pitch where the speed is more or less stable. Just going to make it a little bit further over. Do I have a boost button? Do I need one? Hey Tegnaro, welcome, and Gumbo Port 72. Hey guys. Got a fair bit of speed going now. So once we get up to 8,000, we'll just back off the throttle and maybe just bring the propeller revs down to around 2. Lining up now with the flight path. As you can see on the left hand side screen, we're just about to line up. I think it's around 240, something like that. Although, like I said, I have added a custom waypoint, so it might be a little bit off from there. Looks like it's still around 240 actually. Yep, there we go. Oh boy. 7,800 feet now. I think 8,000 is enough to clear this. So what are we looking at in terms of revs here? Oh, it is at 2.2. Okay. Well, we can maybe just back it off a tiny bit. 2110. That'll do. As long as we're not at max. I can back off the throttle as well, just a little. Okay. Right, let's take a look. Never fails to impress, this sim. Never fails to impress. Off the the flight path, but it's a little bit lower here where these tops of these mountains are, or hills. I don't know, whatever. 8,000 feet. When does it become a mountain? When does it stop being a hill? And is there something in between? Hey, Commander Classified. Yes, nice to see that FDev have fixed the Anaconda landing. Yeah, I did send them a Facebook message asking them, please fix it before the weekend so I can do my live stream. And they replied back saying, yep, we're working on that. And how cool that they delivered that. Brilliant. Some of the known issues are a bit worrying. I don't think they're going to affect me being out in the black, but one of the things they've just found out, I think, is that the chat, if you're typing in like be back soon, and you've got the letter B bound to an action in the game, then it will do that action. So any letter you type while you're chatting, if it's bound to an action, it will happen. Oh, okay, you're Matt's Mechanical, okay. Sorry, Matt, I didn't realise. Now, this is the other thing. You can see in front of us, just slightly to the left of the nose here. Let me see if I can point this out. Here, this bit is a little bit high. At our current altitude, we're not getting over that. So I can either go for this dip here, which is what I did last time, I think, or I can go for that one over there. Oh, it's windy, guys. Oh, forget it. Too cold. Too cold. Let's go for this. Let's go for this dip here, and then we'll get back onto the flight path once we're past it. The plane seems to be trimmed quite nicely. Right now, I'm not holding the joystick, and look at it. It is going up a little in altitude, but pretty good. Oh, my allergies are killing me here. I believe you, Matt. You just needed to say. That's all. I believe you. It looks like we can clear this. If we were to be a little bit to the left, I think we'd still clear this. You'll find if you take the time to watch the video in the description, which links to the real flight of a real pilot doing this exact run in the real plane, in this plane, the Kodiak. When he came into land, well, I wasn't sure. I thought he was too fast. I thought you're coming in way too quick. Way too quick. But when he landed, the plane stopped really quite soon. Yeah, Kodiak, Defcon, yeah. He stopped really well. So when I came to do this last night at 2:45 in the morning, yes, it was nearly 2:45 in the morning when I did this, because I wanted to see if I could duplicate it. And when I came to do it, I was kind of coming in a little bit hot myself on the wrong way, because you don't want to lose too much power because if you drop, you're going to just smash into the side of this hill. So you certainly don't want to be doing that. And sure enough, when I landed, this thing stopped really quick as well. So it's well modeled. And this plane does have the reverse propeller, so you can pop it into like a reverse thrust. I didn't actually use that when I landed though. I just used the normal brakes. And I don't know whether having the Tundra tyres on helps that. I don't know. Does anyone know if that is the case, whether Tundra tyres help it stop on, uneven terrain better than normal tyres? Because this thing stopped pretty well. I thought, because if you get this landing wrong, and the guy who did this on the video, when he was coming into land, he wasn't quite happy, because he said he's only allowed a maximum tailwind of 5 to 6 knots or something. He can't have anything more. And he was getting, I think he was getting like a couple of knots more tailwind. So he aborted the landing, did a go around, and then on the second run, he said, if I don't do it this time, I'm going to go back to the airport I took off from. But it turned out on the second run, he only had 3 knots of tailwind. So he brought it in. It's very good. 45 weeks! Wow! You should have waited another 7. Then you could have claimed that you'd waited a year. I probably would have done that. Can I wait 7 weeks more? Right, so here's my little user-defined waypoint, which I didn't use on my first run. I just did a direct flight. Oh my god. I don't know if I fancy this, guys. I'm going to stick to the left of the flight path at the moment. Let's turn on to the approach. Wait a minute. Do we have to go over this, or is it here? Oh, there it is. You see that? Yeah, it's here. Again, I couldn't sight this the last time. So I am now just maximum flappage here. Oh god. Right, we should be landing at around 80 knots. Come on, Rust. Oh my god. Just the brakes. Yes! Nailed it! I didn't even use the reversers. Nailed it, guys! Let's get this cargo delivered. Oh man. I'll pull in to exactly where the guy pulled in as well. Only the terrain that he had was wetter because it had been raining. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad I made that. Oh, it looks very daunting though, doesn't it, when you're coming in? Alright, let's get everything let's feather the propeller. Oh, not you. Well, I suppose it doesn't matter now. Let's just cut everything off. Ooh, cheers, guys. Alright, let's just switch everything off so that we can... I don't know whether to try a return journey. Let me get back into my thing here. See if we can go outside and have a wander around at where we are. See, I did leave the taxi light on. And I didn't put the landing light on coming in. Not that it matters. If I was recording the flight, I would like to have done that because it would be nice to see that on a replay. No autopilot required. That can go up. I think we're good. Everything is set off, down, down. Flaps are in. Light switches are all done. Right. Check this place out, guys. Oh, hang on. Hello, mademoiselle. What language do they speak in Papua New Guinea? I have your cargo. So let's offload the big boxes. And the guy in the real video also had the netting at the back here as well, but he didn't have any cargo. I just now we're gonna bring somebody back with us, I think. Co-pilot. It's a pity you can't change the co-pilot type here in this box. That would be cool. Look, a snake. Hey, Zilla Gaming. What peripherals am I flying with? Okay, well, for the main joystick, my joystick is a Virpil Alpha Constellation L for left-handed people like myself. My throttle is a Thrustmaster. You know that cheap Thrustmaster Hortas kind of setup, but I have to use it upside down because I'm left-handed. But it doesn't matter. It works for what I need it to work. It works out quite well, actually. And I use an Xbox controller for the drone. Look at this place. Man, early in the morning, Papua New Guinea. I think we took off at around 8 a.m. So it can't be much more than that now. Maybe coming up to around 8:30, 8:45, something like that. But when he landed, this was all mud, and as he was coming in here, I don't want to spoil the video, but as he was coming in here, as he was trying to park, instead of a white van being here, there was a blue one, and the plane was actually sliding because the ground was so wet. Now, this airstrip is not in Flight Simulator. But if you go to flightsim.to and do a search for it, just do a search for AIBA or AIBAI. Hang on. So that's the if you do a search for that in flightsim.to, you will find this scenery. I'm so glad the guy did it. So that we get to do the flight. So yeah, the actual video of the guy doing this is in the video description, as I've said. I don't know why this is getting jerky here. A little bit stuttery here. I don't know how you guys are seeing it. So it's not essentially on the edge of a cliff or anything, but I'm sure you can appreciate that's an adrenaline-filled landing in anyone's book. Hey, Hyacinth Lester. Hi, Hyacinth. How are you? Welcome. Yeah. This is a tricky landing. And I think the guy said it's good to attempt it once a week or something just to stay in practice. But look at this landscape. Oh, crumbs. Let's see if we can speed this up a little. Look, the clouds are already here. Because you're already around, like the airport we took off from, you're already around 5,000–6,000 feet up above sea level already. See, it's so hard to spot that. From a distance, I thought that was it. You know, I thought, oh, that must be the airstrip. And then I looked to my left. And I thought, oh God, no! It's this thing. It's this thing. And I had to quickly bank to the left, but I still got it down. Now the question is, should we do the run back? It looks like, according to the windsock, we've got a little tiny bit of a headwind. We're going to need full flaps if we're going to take off from here. And yeah, max power. But to go back, I don't know how to plot like waypoints and stuff on these displays. So, but we can definitely take a look at it. So why don't we see if we can do it? So we're bringing a guy back with us. Now, there's no seats in this one because it's the cargo version, so we're going to have to plonk him in that seat, and he's going to be disguised as a pilot, even though he's not. He's just a normal guy. So if we type in, yeah, my nan's coming with me. If we type in 170 here, this is Gary. Hi, Gary. So he's going to be coming back with us. All right, let's see if we can do this. So we'll get the master and the avionics on, and we'll take a look and see if we can plot this. So we're here, and I want to actually clear this flight plan, but I think if I just do direct to, and we want to go now then, to get my, you have to push this sometimes. Oh, here we go. So it's AIBA. I went backwards, but it seems it was just as quick to go forwards, really. AIBA, Goroka, that's what we want. Okay, so activate. There it is. So this is a direct journey back. It's not there's no waypoint, so I don't know when I get there how to line up with the runway, but we'll have to figure that out once we get there and see if we can do that. Okay. Fuel wise, are we still using the same tank? No, it's gone back to 50%. That's a shame. I think all these planes should have the option for a persistent state, really. I think it is DEFCON. Yeah, it is. It's one of the planes where you get people in the back when you add them. Yes. Yeah. I don't know if I'd want to do that on an Airbus or a Boeing, because all those extra polys. It's all right if you're rocking a 3090 or something. Okay. So I think if you push that in, we can now pan, right? No, it's still zooming. Okay, so like, how would I add? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to. It's just going to be a straight flight back, and then we'll kind of just try and line it up with the runway. Unless we use ATC, perhaps. Does I wonder if ATC would work that way, where it gives me the bearing, you know, turn left, heading, blah blah blah, and such and such. But nah, I don't trust it. We'll try and do it without. Alright. So before the batteries run out, then let's get the fuel back, switches back on. So we'll get the two tanks going, and the fuel cut off or shut off valve. Put that in. Check for 24 volts. Yeah, well, I have had this running a little while, but we're good. Beacon light on. There's not many people here to see my lights, so I don't think I'll bother. Auxiliary fuel pump needs to go on then. Ignition on. And starter. I love the sound of this thing powering up. Just make sure everything's coming up here nicely. Oil pressure, temperature. Now this is in yellow. Am I waiting for that to go green to get good pressure? I wonder. I've still got these things to learn, you know. Doom Guy sprites. Yeah. Characters from games, Manic Miner and whatnot. Okay, let's set the fuel condition then to low idle. Monitor the pressure. ITT here. This is the actual temperature, internal temperature, I think. You don't want it going. Last time I had it at 1200 degrees and I couldn't get it down. This is a little bit higher than last time, but okay. Might be altitude related, I don't know. Okay, so now we'll turn the starter off and the ignition off. I will close the door before we set off, trust me. The prop now goes to maximum revs. Take your time. And there we go. Okay, next. Auxiliary fuel pump can now go to standby. Oh, it's getting windy out there, guys. Generator and alternator is on. Lights already set. And now we can taxi. Let's not forget the flaps this time, otherwise we're going to be in big trouble. Some good soundproofing, that's what I like. Do you guys think I could turn around here? I kind of don't have a choice. As long as we can get the steering done fairly quickly. That scenery in the background looks really good. Nice. Very nice turning. Well, you can either request those liveries and maybe someone will make them up for you, or you might have to, you know, donate a little bit for someone to make up those liveries, though, if you know how to do them yourself. Best thing is to learn yourself, really, and then you can make. I want a Rusty Dog Airlines livery, or Rusty Airlines. Oh, I'm having to push a lot of power to get this thing moving on this terrain. And that's with the tundra tyres on. So sticking to this edge. I've noticed how my computer room gets warmer when I'm running Flight Simulator. Low cost, it's gaming and low cost heating at the same time. So this particular thing, the return leg, I haven't done this before. My first time. The landing should be easier than what this one was. So you can guarantee I'm going to mess it up. Oh boy. Am I even positioned right? Yeah, I am. Look at that. Misty. Alright. I think we need 20 flaps on this one. So we want to go down. Well, that's 35. That's 20. Yeah, we got. I'm going to go, I think that's, yeah, that's 35 degrees. I can't go any more than that. So that must be 20, that must be 10, and that's 0. But I used 20 to take off from the original, from our origin airport, so... Okay. Well, either way... Oh, buddy. And then after this, we just kind of just want to go in a straight line. Well, yeah. You refunded? Why? Ah, okay. I've decided to go full flaps here. Need to reduce engine power just a little. Oh, it's bumpy. Oh, God. Okay, we're up. Are we up? Ooh. We are just about up. As is the sun. No wheels to bring up here. Okay, I'm going to reduce the flaps by 1. Build up a little bit more speed. Now again. Yeah, I think so. I think it would be J on top. I think, yeah, it would be difficult with just the controller and the keyboard. Yeah, I mean, minimum at least a joystick, otherwise you should be going for maybe a yoke or something. I'm quite happy with the joystick on this, even though, you know, some of the planes would be yoke, but like the Airbus's joystick, I don't really mind too much. Okay, so we'll just climb again to around just over 8,000. I may have taken a few leaves off the tree. I may have. So we need to aim for this dip again, I think. Because I don't want to be... See, the flight path takes us straight over here. Not really sure I want to go straight over there. So I'm going to aim for this. But I'm going to need to climb first. I don't even see that airstrip anymore. Is it? That's it, right? I think that's it. Right, so I'm going to head for that slightly lower part and go over there. But we're going to need to get a little bit of altitude for that. Yep. Well, thankfully that I didn't get a big twig caught in the flaps and they did close. So this guy's going back so he can, I don't know, pilot his own plane back here. They're fixing his plane at the airport and they've told him it's ready, so now he's going for it. We're going to take him back to pick up his plane. Whatever, we'll just make up any old story. To get back into flight sim again. And this is the first time I've actually streamed a GA flight in quite a while, because I've been doing the Boeing and the Phoenix, although the Phoenix is a little bit too frame heavy for me, for my PC, unfortunately. My CPU's just screaming at me, no more please, no more. So we're going to go over this way, and then we can get ourselves quite easily back on flight path. Now the runway that we took off from was runway 35. I wonder what, so the other one coming in the other way, what's 350 minus 180? 250, 250, 170. So would that be a 170 degree runway coming back in? Runway 17? I don't know. I'm just guessing. I may need to do one pass of the airport just to line everything up. Kind of depends on this really. So once this pink line here lines back up with this one, then we can then rotate back onto the flight path. You can see it's closing in, closing in. That puts us back on the line. Just start turning now. I like the sound of this plane. It's turboprop. It sounds nice. Or is it? Yeah. Is it turboprop? Sounds like a jet prop or something. It's got a lovely sound to it. I think it's jet, right? Because it's got that pipe. It's got those pipes coming out the nose. Which, if it was a car, they'd be rear view mirrors. Flight path again, a little bit to the right hand side of it, so we'll just flip on over here. Disney princess bedroom. Somehow I sense a lot of pink. Although it Disney have to be pink, it could be any other colour. Oh, got the sunlight in our eyes, not a problem. There it is. You don't even see it really if you're... Well, yeah, you can see the sun a lot clearer through the visor. It's like on the, is it the Boeing? It has the, no, what's that plane that's got the brown visor? Really makes the vision, I think it's the Airbus, the Phoenix Airbus. Really makes the vision so much better when if you can't see planes in the distance. The moment you put that brown visor down, yeah, it makes it very clear. Keep wandering off the flight path. So this plane got updated a couple of days ago. I got an email to say that they'd done another update on this. It was a few days back, I think. So it was just a coincidence that I watched that real video of the guy doing this run, and I thought, oh, he's using the Kodiak. And I knew it was a Kodiak because of firstly was the pedals. It said Kodiak on the pedals, so a bit of a giveaway. And then I was able to note the yoke, which looks like a racing yoke. It's so small. yeah, it was clearly... I don't know if it's the same Kodiak as this one, in that if it's the 100 series. I don't know. So we're just descending a little bit now. Have a good weekend, DEFCON. Maybe see you on Sunday for the Elite live stream, all being well. I don't mind staying a little to one side of the flight path because it might make lining up with the runway a little bit easier. I think I want to zoom this out actually. Oh, I hate this. Yeah, why aren't we on center? There's the airstrip. Yeah, it wasn't over center. That's why I was going off beat all the time. Okay. So we've got runway 35. Can I confirm 17 on the other side? No. Okay. So we'll just do 35 then. 5. It's nice, isn't it? Okay. So what we'll do is we'll turn into a heading of 170. We'll turn to 170 and hope that this is going to be okay. Let's give it a bit more tilt. 65. Okay, so we'll run down here parallel with the runway. Going a little bit too far out. Speed is 130 knots. Okay, we're going to start slowing down a little bit. Just going to give myself a bit of space before I turn around. Let's bring it round to 350 and see if we've got this somewhere in the region of being lined up. Just going to back off the speed a little bit. Not too much because I'm going to be using flaps soon and that's going to kill a lot of the speed. Flaps 1 then. I think this is the runway. It doesn't have lights or anything. Flaps 2. I honestly can't see where I'm supposed to be headed. So I'm just going to guess it. I think it's there. Now I'm just monitoring my speed so we don't fall out of the sky. Gotcha. More power. Okay, that's full flaps now. I've got a fair amount of runway, so I don't think I'm going to need too much. No, I'm going to bring those flaps in because it's dropping the speed too much, and I'm needing too much power to compensate. So those, yeah, that's the reverse thrusters. Those tyre squeaks you heard as we landed and the vibrations, courtesy of FS Reaslistic. We came to quite an abrupt stop. This thing's got some stopping power. There ain't no question about that. And it gets off the ground as quick as well. So I think we need to twiddle ourselves around. Oops. See, it comes to a stop so abruptly. Not necessarily a bad thing. You can also put the sun visor across here as well. If you're trained like a ninja, you can work out how to do it. We're taxing a little bit too fast here. Cool, we did a return trip. Is this my first ever return trip in Flight Sim? It could be, guys. You see on the right hand side we've got some pink trees or something. That might be my Seasons add-on that I've got. It's a yeah, I can't remember the name of it now. Bijan Seasons add-on. Oh, this isn't. Have I gone past the taxiway? One that we used to get onto this runway in the first place. Was it this runway? Bear with me a sec. Oh, that was the runway we came off of. In that case, we're going to have to taxi over to this side then, right? I don't know. Alright, so it doesn't matter. We'll just... We've got the tundra tyres on. So we'll use some grass. So I did position my aircraft to land on the same airstrip initially. Just that okay. It's just that when I saw the other runway, which looked bigger, then I thought that was it. But it's not, it's this one. This plane is, these tyres are made for this terrain, so we're good here. We're going way too quick. Flying doctors. Yeah, pretty much. I just created that scenario in my head, and why not? Gives you purpose. I don't need a computer program to tell me that that's what it is. Well, there's an 18-wheeler semi, just happens to be drifting along there. Now there should be, there better be, a little taxiway off to my right. This is it, right? I'm taking it anyway. What the hell? Stop again. Stop again. Let me just reset this. Oh, I didn't need that, did I? No. Didn't need that. Yeah, there we go, just after the fuel trucks. Okay. It's where that bus is turning in. I think that was the one we went on. Might as well do the whole thing. The steering on this is so hypersensitive. Please stop in time. Thank you. My wing may be going through a building. No. Perfect. Okay, shut her down. Oh, that's going to take forever. Come on, prop. No, doesn't want to do it with the keybind. And cut off the fuel. Let's get back here. Everything off there. Everything off there. Laps are up. Everything is correct there. Right, you can get out now. Go on, bugger off. And there it is. Done. So, coming up on a future episode, maybe. Let's get this back to the main menu. Now, I have some new missions which I've not even looked at yet, or activities, I think. But I want to show you guys this. So, which one are we going in? This one. Look at this lot. All the hurricanes that have existed in reality. Katrina, all those, they're all here. And you can fly into them. And it's basically like a circle of clouds which can throw your plane around, and there is a center of the hurricane in which everything is calm. There's Hurricane Katrina. These are the, sorry, MMUN is the airport you would take off from in order to go to it. I've only tried one. It's okay. It's not too bad. Hurricane Patricia. Lots of them beginning with M. Airports with M. Hurricane Sandy. There was one that was from last year, I think. 2021, I'm sure. There's a 2020 there. I'm sure we have a 2021. Unless I dreamt it. Here we go. Hurricane Grace, 2021. So Hurricane Katrina, which I guess is one of the ones that is probably the most known. Let's have a look if there's any others that spring to mind. I don't know why we give them names. Every time it rains, I don't go, oh, this is Rain Tony. Anyway, Sunshine Susan today. So let's have a look. Katrina. Not that I'm actually going to fly into it, but I just want you guys to see. So this is the storm weather add-on that you can buy. Where are we? I thought it was interesting, so, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Now, MMUN. So we pick that weather pattern, and the departure airport is MMUN, Cancun. So I am assuming that that is where Hurricane Katrina was. Oh. Now this is pathetic because it says switch offline or OK. For me, OK should be trying to stay online, but it doesn't. It goes offline anyway. See if we can fix that. What a freaking nightmare that is. I hate it when it does that. Nor do I know why it does it. I've got plenty of bandwidth. I've got 70 meg available of bandwidth, and I assign, successfully connected. I assign 40 of that to the SIM. The rest is for streaming. I don't know if it goes as far back as 78. And it's not just horrible winters, it's particular named storms that it deals with. Right. I don't know which one would be a... Now, a lot of it's not just weather presets, it's activities. Most of them, most of the missions, let's call them, involve the Airbus A32NX. So if you, 10 of the missions require that plane. Obviously the plane is free. Well, it's not obvious, but I'm telling you, the plane is free, and it might be worth getting it. I suppose you could use the small plane, but can you imagine flying a jet airliner through those conditions? Good afternoon, Paul. The first time I used this, I was at the airport, and it was clear skies. It was nice. It was blue. It was like you're seeing in the picture right now. And I thought, where's the hurricane? And I just saw some clouds in the distance with a little bit of grey, and I thought, I wonder if that's it. So I slewed my aircraft over to it, and sure enough, that was it. So I don't know, I have no idea what we're going to see here now with Hurricane Katrina, but... And I don't know what, like it doesn't say which of the hurricanes is the strongest or the weakest, like it doesn't, oh my goodness. Let's go into daytime. Oh, okay, so the hurricane is right on top of us here. Let's switch to more daytime. See, we wouldn't even be allowed to take off here. Why is there a jetway at a small parking? Holy crap. Ooh, perhaps we better not. Yeah. Requesting clearance for takeoff? Yeah, takeoff granted, weather's fine. Let's see if we can take a look at this storm without the aircraft. I'm going to speed up the drone to as fast as possible so you guys can get to see what the hell's going on here from up above. Right, do we have... See, the storm that I went into, it wasn't like this at all. It was a complete circle of cloud, thick cloud, like a proper hurricane that you would imagine, like a twister almost. In fact, I do have screenshots of it. Yeah, I don't fancy flying in these lightning. Oh my god, no thanks. I might do this on another stream, but the water seems quite calm. Oh, we're gonna crash, are we? Yeah, we did. CTD, the 3 letters that none of us want to hear. Yes, crash to desktop, guys. The sound you're hearing is FS Realistic. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so before I end, I'm going to just quickly test and see if I can land my Anaconda. And then we'll go. Might as well tag a bit of Elite Dangerous on the end, right? Why not? I'm not going to play... Oh, got to upgrade first. So I'm just going to do that. Yeah, that was a nice little flight, that though. Good for getting your landing practice in, landing in on an airstrip like that, you know. And it's not every plane that... I wouldn't try it with an Airbus. Yeah, exactly, Razor. Yeah, a little bit. It doesn't matter too much if it's the occasional flash, but if it's like repetitious quick ones, that's a problem, you know. I'm just waiting while Odyssey updates. Preparing for update, it says. I need to get some intermission screen going on. I might have that actually. Yeah, we'll just hang on, guys, if you want to. Is it worth getting? Well, it depends on so many things. First, you have to ask yourself if your hardware can run it. Doesn't matter about the T16000M, that'll be fine. Yeah, that's why I'm running it, Razer, because it had a hotfix. What's your computer specs? The other thing, as to if it's worth getting, is it something you're prepared to put time into it with? Because for me, I would recommend just going straight for the premium deluxe version. Yes, it is more expensive, but you can probably get it from CD Keys for a lot less than the normal going rate, and they'll give you a Steam key. Because if you get the normal version, the standard version, or the deluxe and you want to upgrade later, you can. But it's going to cost you so much more. You'll be so much more out of pocket. It's just easier in the long run. But if it's something you're going to put the hours in, and you've got the hardware to run it, Simon, then yeah, if it's something you're enthusiastic about, I would say it's worth it. Let me take a look on CD Keys right now and just see what this comes in at, the Premium Deluxe, because I know how much mine was. Thankfully, I had I had mine gifted to me, so I was very appreciative of that. So, Flight Simulator. Okay, so the Premium Deluxe is $64.99. The normal price is $110. So the fact that you can get the Premium Deluxe for $65, I think that's worth it. I would not bother with the Standard or the Deluxe. The Deluxe is £10 cheaper. Forget it. Just add the extra 10 on CD Keys and just go for the Premium Deluxe straight away. It's got more photogrammetry airports. It's got all the planes that come with the Premium Deluxe version. I think the 787 Dreamliner is one of them that you don't get on other versions. Yeah. But like I say, it depends on a lot of things, because you might get it and then not put any hours into it, then you might decide, oh, it wasn't worth it after all. But that's only something you can decide. I don't know how much. Yeah. Goodbye, Hyacinth. And I'm going to block, clearly some kind of troll thing. Do. Which version did you get, Paul? Was it the Standard? I mean, to be fair, when the normal prices, there is a fair difference between the Standard and the Deluxe and the Premium Deluxe. But on CD Keys, there's not that much of a difference, and you get a fairly huge discount. You're almost getting, not quite 50% off, but you're almost getting 50% off on CD Keys. So it's definitely worth doing it. If you're going to make use of it, though, you know. Story-driven missions fully voiced on this Storm. I haven't even had a go at the missions yet. I can show you while my Elite Dangerous is on the update. I can show you what I'm looking at here. Okay. So this is the Storm. This is just on flightsim.to. The information page, but look. So I had a Storm that was like, kind of like this one, and I flew into the middle of it here. The eye of the storm. So yeah, I think the Hurricane Grace was like this one. I think it was Hurricane Grace that I was on. Yeah, it was very similar to this. A large number of hurricanes, historical and fictional. Let me see if I can boost this up for you guys. Historical and fictional are injected into MSFS, global storm presets that preset a challenge anywhere in the world, fully voiced story-driven missions, educational airliner flights to the eye of the storm, choose between default A320 or fly-by-wire. That's an easy choice for me. All new Discovery flights, an authentic audio tour. Interactive manual as you fly in the simulator. Tough and thrilling landing challenges, I'll bet. Flight plans leading you to the hurricanes are included, or you discover them on your own. I have not tried any of these yet at all. 50 weather presets, 4 missions, 10 realistic educational flight missions, 10 landing challenges, and 2 discovery flights. Oh, Elite Dangerous is ready. So, let me see. Bear with me a sec, guys. I'll just get this set up. And Storm isn't, I think it was £12 or something, Storm. It's £10 without the VAT and £12 with the VAT. So it's not expensive. It's okay. I think it was the premium, not the premium deluxe. No, then you mean deluxe, right? Because you've got standard and then deluxe and then premium deluxe. So I think you must have got the deluxe version. All right, let's run Elite Dangerous and see if we can land, and then we'll end this after 1 hour and 26 minutes. Wow. Short streams. Still getting used to them. All right, so let's turn the live stream to Elite Dangerous. That one. And that should work. Okay. Let's see. People are going to be joining now going, this isn't Flight Sim. And there'll be some crack about, is that the new SRV? It says here, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Anybody getting any buffering, guys? You know, oh, well, I suppose it is people working still. Single figure viewing. Every time there's a new version, you've got to wait for this. No? What a strange thing then. Because according to OBS, the light is green, which tells me the throughput is good. And I'm streaming at pretty good bit rate, I think. I hope so. I was streaming at such a crap bit rate before, recording at a crap bit rate actually. And I didn't realize it was so low, but I think I've got that set correctly now. But yeah, the encoder on this OBS, everything looks fine. I don't know. It says stream status is poor. I'm going to refresh the page, see what happens. Yeah, it still says YouTube is not receiving enough data to maintain a smooth stream. Oh, bloody bizarre. Okay. I should be still hovering above the planet's surface. And I'm going to have Frontier get rid of my ghost ship. I have a ghost ship, guys. I am in my Anaconda called Annie. And up there is my Anaconda called Annie. There's 2 of us. There's a ghost ship. This is something that happened when Frontier tried to fix my fix something they didn't even need to fix. And they didn't fix what I asked them to fix, but anyway. Well, not fix, but see if I could get my data back after I blew up. And my thought was, get back to the bubble and then remotely sell this ship and earn like $500 million or however much the ship's worth. But I'm kind of nervous to do that in case I end up losing both ships, you know? I don't know. So I might have Frontier just say, look, this is the system that my other Anaconda's in, please just delete it, and don't delete the one that I'm in, whatever you do. Okay. Landing gear out. And let's see what happens. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, well, it's blue and we're at 14 meters. That's good. I've been hovering here for 2 days. Oh man, well done Frontier. Got it sorted. I'm trying to hover around with the external camera using Flight Simulator's keys, not working. So yeah. So we've got to do some scanning of these. This will happen on Sunday though, but at least we got the thing down. I have no idea what they did to break this, or how, you know, how it broke. No idea. But nice to know the ship is finally down. Cool. And also nice to see Sally Morgan Moore back in the fold. So yeah, hopefully she's on the mend. Everything all good. Right guys, so that's that then. I'm going to end it here and I'm going to wish you the best and say thank you for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed the flight. I thought it was cool and I'm happy that I got a nice landing as well. And on the way back too. Enjoyable. Okay, I'll catch you on the next one guys, which will probably be Sunday. But who knows, I'm a bit unpredictable at the moment, so maybe I'll come up with something tomorrow. So until then, thanks a lot. Take care. Bye for now.